Hello, this is Daniel Mart, and today I'm going to be reviewing Back to the Future, the first movie. So this whole weekend, I'm going to be reviewing the whole Back to the Future series, trilogy, and then at the end, I'm going to be doing my review for the whole Back to the Future trilogy. So today, the first one, tomorrow, the Back to the Future number 2, and then the third one will be Back to the Future 3. And then the next day will be the whole Back to the Future trilogy. So yeah, I believe. So yeah, this movie stars Michael J. Fox, Christopher Lloyd, Leah Thompson, Crispin Glover, Thomas F. Wilson, Billy Zane. I believe this is Billy Zane's first movie or one of them, and Claudia Wells. So yeah, before I begin, though, 10-second spoiler warning. As usual, for those who have yet to actually watch the movie and haven't already, stop the video, go check it out, and then come back and watch the rest of this review. 10-second spoiler warning, as usual, starting now. Okay, so 10 seconds are up. So for those who have yet to actually watch the movie and haven't already, please do not comment down below or be messaging me. That never gave you a fair warning, because as usual, I did. Back to the Future, as usual. Quick synopsis, likes and dislikes, and then the rate. So basically, in this movie, you have this kid called Marty McFly, and he's friends with this guy called Doc Brown. Doc Brown, he's a scientist. He's basically a scientist, and he's in this case he's trying to invent time travel with the DeLorean, which the DeLorean became extremely famous thanks to this whole movie trilogy, but specifically the first one to begin with. Um, so yeah, after Doc Brown is killed by Liberian terrorist. After he is killed by terrorists, basically, Martin McFly goes back to the future to 1955. Originally, he's from 1985. Now he's going back to 1955, where now he has to try to get back to the future, back to 1985, without trying to mess up the whole timeline and space-time continuum. Which he kind of does at the beginning. He kind of hooks up with his mom, his like 19-year-old mom, which is kind of weird, and becomes friends with his like 19-year-old dad. But it's pretty comedic. So yeah, that's one of the good things about this movie. It's really comedic. Because he makes a lot of references to the future. From like Chuck Berry's song "Johnny Be Good" to skateboarding. He does references to skateboarding. The song "Johnny Be Good" by Chuck Berry. I believe I don't know. I may be wrong, but there's this one scene where he's watching TV. And he's like, "Yeah, I watched that as a rerun." And like, yeah, you'll find out what that rerun is soon. I believe it's like an episode with like Groucho Marx or something like that. It looked like Groucho Marx, but I could be wrong. So I thought, the references to the future are pretty funny, and I really do like it. And they even some of the other characters from that timeline even comment on it. He's so weird, and whatnot, and even the way he dresses at the beginning, because he has his coat, not really a coat, but like the vest, like the life jacket vest. I don't know what to call it. Then he has like the jean. Then he has like the denim sweater with then the button down the shirt, which I think is pretty funny. Even the way he's dressing, and he's like, they're always like, so you must be a sailor because you're always with that life jacket. I'm like, it's really funny. It's like a running gag at the beginning, and I think it's really funny and really clever. The acting is really good in my opinion. I think it's really good in my opinion. And yeah, even the special effects for when they're doing the time travel from past to present or present to past or whatever, I think they look pretty cool. And there is a bit of special effects throughout the movie, and I think they do it really well in my opinion. Um, so I mean, it's never boring in my opinion. It's always funny. It's always entertaining. It's always funny. Whether it be some kind of weird, crude joke of him hooking up with his mom or something like that. It's always. I mean, like half the jokes are about him and hooking up with his mom, which is really weird to begin with. Which I mean, the idea of just hooking up with their mom, and that's kind of weird. It's kind of incest in some weird odd way. Even though he's not, it's like weird. Um, yeah, I mean, it's like weird in my opinion. It's just weird. The jokes are weird. Sammy, but overall, all the jokes are funny. It's pretty funny. It's pretty entertaining in my opinion. It's a good sci-fi film. If you haven't seen Back to the Future, the first one, I definitely do recommend you guys checking it out. It's a pretty great movie. It's become a cult classic in recent years, and I believe it's already been 25 years or something like that, since it came out. Because I have the 25th anniversary set. Um, I believe it's recent years. This is the 30th year. Because it came out in 1985, right? 1985, I think it's when it came out. I have the 25th anniversary set, which for some reason became really popular. I mean, it's a whole trilogy. Let me just think. 1985, 25 years. That'd be 2010. So this is the 30th anniversary. Um, so yeah, and it came out on July 3rd. Okay, so yeah, just say 30th anniversary, whatever. So I mean, overall, really do love the movie. I really do like it. It's a pretty great film. It's one of my all-time favorite sci-fi films of all time. I have to say, everybody does a great job. All the jokes are funny, really well written, really well acted. The special effects are pretty fun and entertaining to see. I mean, overall, it's a great movie. On a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being the worst, 10 being the best, and 6 being decent, I give it a 9 out of 10. It's a pretty fantastic movie. Just a few things over here and there that could be better, but aside from that, it's a great movie, fantastic movie. So yeah, that's basically it for now. For the Back to the Future, the first one, the Back to the Future review. Tomorrow I'll be doing Back to the Future number 2, and then the next day number 3, and then the next day the overall review for the whole series. So yeah, that's basically it for now. Subscribe if you're not already subscribed. I do movie reviews, TV show reviews, and comic book reviews. Comment down below on your thoughts on Back to the Future. And by the way, I did a conspiracy theory, a movie theory about whether or not Doc Brown was suicidal in the beginning of the movie, so I'll leave that link to that annotations up here. I'm gonna leave an annotation to that conspiracy theory for every single Back to the Future um, review. So yeah, that's basically it for now. Subscribe if you're not already subscribed, and this is Daniel Mart signing off.